Happy Chinese New Year. I know we just celebrated New Year's the 1st of January, but did you know that today is the beginning of Chinese New Year? Now it changes every year, but I don't know about you, but are you familiar with the traditions and how to celebrate Chinese New Year? In this video, we're going to go over all the superstitions, some of the traditions, and even show you the steps of how to make your own paper lantern. Like with all holidays, there are certain traditions and ways that are celebrated, from fireworks on 4th of July to giving and getting gifts on Christmas. Chinese New Year is filled with more than just gathering with family and friends, overeating, exchanging gifts. The Chinese believe that whatever happens on the first day of the year sets a tone and pattern for the rest of the year. Thus, there are many superstitions and taboos. There are actual behaviors and actions that are prohibited surrounding the Chinese New Year celebration. Some apply only to the first day of the new year, while others are observed throughout the entire 15-day celebration of Chinese New Year, which is also known as Spring Festival. And all of them have one purpose: to bring good luck and prosperity for the coming year. So let's take a look and dive into some of those taboos and those superstitions that are believed and that are followed for Chinese New Year. Did you know that on the first day of the new year, porridge is prohibited to be eaten at breakfast time? Porridge is considered something that only underprivileged people eat. Having it as a first meal of the new year is believed to bring poverty. Instead, cooked rice should be eaten to ensure that the family is wealthy enough in the coming year to afford rice at all meals. Also, meat should not be eaten for the first breakfast to show respect for Buddhist gods who reject killing animals for food. Another one. No medicine should be taken on the first day of the Chinese New Year. It is believed that taking medicine on the first day of the new year means you'll be sick all year round. Okay. How many of you wash your hair every day? Now, if you were celebrating the Chinese New Year, you couldn't wash your hair on the first day. In the Chinese language, hair has the same character as the beginning of the phrase to become wealthy. So it's not a good idea to wash away your fortune at the start of the new year. Also, clothes should not be washed on the first or second day of the new year. These days are celebrated as the birthday of Shushin, the water god, and to wash clothes and discard the dirty water on his birthday would offend him. Some other things that you shouldn't do on the first day: needlework. The use of anything sharp, such as needles, knives, or scissors, is avoided because an accident could bring bad luck, leading to loss of wealth. A woman should not leave her house on the first day of Chinese New Year. If she does, she'll have bad luck all year round. A married daughter should not visit her parents' house on the first day. If she does, it is believed to cause bad luck, especially economic hardship for her family. Floors in the house should not be swept. While cleaning the house completely before the Chinese New Year begins is thought to bring good luck because it sweeps away last year's bad luck, sweeping all on the first day of the new year will sweep away the coming year's wealth and good fortune. Unlucky words should not be spoken. I wonder what those unlucky words are. Let's take a look. Talking about death or dying is particularly to be avoided since, according to Chinese superstition, talking about death brings death. There should not also be no reference regarding the past year. Everything should be about a new beginning. And the last one, money shouldn't be lent on the first day of the new year. All debts should be paid by New Year's Eve. If you're owed money, it's bad luck to try to collect it on New Year's Day. So what do you think about these superstitions or these taboos of Chinese New Year? Do you think you could avoid doing some of these on the first or second day? Do you believe in superstitions? Do you have any superstitions or things that you do or do not do specifically on New Year's Eve or New Year's Day? Do you believe in good luck? What kind of things do you do because you believe that it will bring you good luck? Have you ever carried a rabbit's foot? Or if you played sports, had your favorite socks that you always wore during a game because you believe that it would give you good luck and wins? What do you think about some of the superstitions, such as it's bad luck to walk under a ladder or open an umbrella inside? What do you think about the number 13? If you've ever been on a cruise ship, have you noticed that there's, especially large cruise ships that have more than double-digit floors, they actually always skip floor 13. So it goes floor 11, 12, and then 14. Do you eat special foods on New Year's Eve or New Year's Day? What are they? Why do you eat them? Okay, this might be a hard one for parents with young kids. But throughout the Spring Festival, so throughout that whole week, that 15 days, children should not be allowed to cry. I don't know about you, but I have little ones. I don't know if I could control their emotions to the point of saying, you cannot cry. This is a tough one, as you can imagine. But parents do their best to keep their children happy so they don't bring bad luck by crying. Tools and equipment should not be broken. Tradesmen take special precautions with their tools during this 15-day period because broken tools are a harboring of loss of wealth. Hospital visits should be avoided, except in an emergency. People shouldn't go to the hospital or they'll be sick all year round. The rice jar shouldn't be allowed to become empty. So if the tradition is that you're supposed to eat rice, at least the first day of the meal, make sure you replenish it so that that jar never becomes empty. Not being able to cook during the Spring Festival is a very bad omen. Okay, there are certain colors you cannot wear during the Spring Festival. You cannot wear black or white. Black and white are the colors of mourning, so only bright colors such as red or yellow should be worn. No person or animal should be killed. Killing during the Spring Festival is an evil omen that will cause bloody disasters. Giving gifts, particularly lucky money and bright red envelopes, plus oranges and tangerines, round and filled with good fortune, is an important part of the Chinese New Year. But there are many superstitions surrounding gift giving for the new year. Okay, going back to those knives and sharp objects, don't give sharp objects. Don't give gifts in sets of multiples of 4. In the Chinese language, the number 4 sounds similar to the word for death. Don't give shoes as gifts. The word shoes in the Chinese language sounds like the word for evil. You can't give handkerchiefs. Handkerchiefs are used at funerals and symbolic of saying a final goodbye. So giving a handkerchief means you want to end the relationship. Don't give clocks. Don't give pears. Don't give cut flowers. Don't give umbrellas. And don't give anything black or white. You shouldn't give pears. Tangerines and oranges are great gifts for the new year, but the Chinese word for pears sounds just like the word for leaving or parting. So anything that has to do with separation or division is not allowed. So how can you celebrate Chinese New Year besides following some of these taboos or these celebratory superstitions? If you have a Chinatown nearby, go walk around and visit Chinatown and visit the shops. Go eat at a Chinese restaurant. Have a New Year's gift exchange, only with lucky gifts. So remember, tangerines and oranges, and I believe it was money in red envelopes. Let me make sure. Yeah, lucky money in bright red envelopes. Okay, on the next few slides, you're going to see still shots of steps of how to make your own Chinese lantern. And then a way you can use those lanterns with family or friends using riddles. Now you're probably wondering, what does lanterns have to do with the Spring Festival? Well, it says that falling on the 5th day of the first month of the lunar year, the Lantern Festival takes place under a full moon, and it marks the end of Chinese New Year festivities. The Lantern Festival dates back over 2,000 years in the Han Dynasty. There are numerous theories about the origin of where the Lantern Festival came from. It's possible that the original purpose was to honor Buddha. But a more interesting story goes like this. It is attributed to a homesick palace maid, and the girl told the emperor that the god of fire would set fire to the city unless he was appeased with the burning scene. Accordingly, the emperor ordered that firecrackers be set off and bright red lanterns hung throughout the streets. The ensuing noise and confusion allowed this palace maid, to slip home unnoticed for a brief family reunion. The emperor had such a good time that he decided to make the festival an annual event. The Lantern Festival is also a time for lovers. It is like a Chinese Valentine's Day. Couples plan romantic evenings together. In the past, it was the one day of the year when a lady could go out unchaperoned and be seen by eligible single men. Following poem. Last year on the night of the lanterns, the flower market was bright as day. The moon had climbed to the willow tops at twilight, and he came my way. This year on the night of the lanterns, moonlight and lamplight shine no less. My last year's love I have not seen. Tears wet the sleeves of my spring dress. Today people wear white in honor of the light of the moon. Lanterns are hung in the malls and markets, and children carry paper lanterns to school to light their way to a bright and happy future. Usually this is a competition for the most beautiful lantern. So I hope you have enjoyed learning about Chinese New Year and some of the traditions and the superstitions and taboos that are followed just because they hope for a prosperous good year moving forward. And I hope you enjoy making these lanterns, paper lanterns, and have fun coming up with answers to the riddles you have written on the lanterns. To play the Festival Lantern Scavenger Hunt, here are the steps to play. Step 1. After making a collection of lanterns, create or write a riddle on the streamer with an assigned number. Do not write the answer. 2. Create a key of all the riddles and their answers used on the lanterns. Step 3. Hang lanterns around your community or home. Step 4. When you're ready to play, give each scavenger hunt participant a blank sheet with a list of numbers that match the number of riddles that need to be found and solved. Step 5. Have participants go looking for numbers on the lanterns and write down their answers to the riddles assigned to the number. And last, at the end of the scavenger hunt, see how many right answers to the riddles participants got correct.